So here the concept is whatever it may be, so by the end of the day, we need to prepare the cash report and it should be shown in the liquidity forecast. So how to do this process? How to prepare the statements? So to update the cash management applications. So this is the concept of cash and liquidity. So in today's session, what we are going to discuss is we will discuss some of the presentation. So that means just overview, and then we will go to the specific concept. So let us come to the point. If you want to prepare any cash report, what are the sources? First, we need to think about that. Every transaction, neither in treasury and risk management or in IHC or in any other submodule of FSCM or from FBI or from SD, whatever it may be, is in two methods. One is inflow and outflow. You can call it as incoming payment and outgoing payment through bank transaction. That means bank account is the major account which plays a major role to update the cash report. So here the thing is we need to understand three important functionalities. One is whatever the transaction is incoming, whatever the transaction is outgoing. So everything should be interlinked with bank account. So bank account is the primary source to prepare the cash statement. And the second thing is customer accounts. So here generally we will give the credit to the customers. So whatever the recoverables we need to update, that will be updated from accounts receivable. So that means the customer account is most important functionality which we need to recover the amount that is not shown in the directly in bank account and vendor account. So whatever we need to pay to the vendor, that also we need to show in cash statement, not in bank transaction, because these are two which is not recoverable, but bank transactions means already updated. So these three factors is very important. One is bank account, customer account and vendor account to prepare the cash statement. Now what we are going to do in cash and liquidity. First let us discuss about cash management applications. So if you want to interlink the ledgers directly to the cash report, so what things we need to do? So that is the reason first what we are going to do is we need to understand what is source symbols. So here I am going to explain about the source symbols. So in cash management, if you say market data is already available, so no need to discuss about market data. Here the first important function is source symbol. What is a source symbol? This is already designed in SAP system, so no need to design any source symbols. As I already told you, so you define the source symbol, no need to define, and allocate them either to liquidity forecast or for cash position. That means if you want to prepare a cash statement or for liquidity planner, so these source symbols are very important symbols. The source symbols divide the planning levels according to the source that supply them with data. That means what it is supplying. Let us take bank account. What it is supplying. So both incoming and outgoing payments, whatever it is there, it is updating to the cash statement. And subledger accounting. So subledger accounting is also one of the important functions. So you can use as subledger account as material vendor account and customer account, or you can call it as material management account or sales and distribution account. So these accounts we need to integrate to the cash positions. That means here there is three important factors are there. One is bank account, material management, or you can call it as subledger account, or you can call it as vendor account, sales and distribution account, or customer account. So here what it is saying is create a symbol for bank related data accounting, create source symbol for subledger accounting, create symbol for data for material management, and a symbol for data for sales and distribution, and select cash management position for bank data in order to assign these data to cash positions. That means what I had told you is whatever the transaction it is there, it is updated in the bank account, whether it is incoming or outgoing, it should be updated with cash statement. That means cash position. At the same time, vendor account and customer account also, it should be updated with the cash statement. You need to select mic and speakers. So what it is saying is select the cash position field for bank data in order to assign these data to cash position. That means every transaction should be updated to the cash position, whatever it may be in bank statement. So that is the reason, because vendor account and customer account which is not recoverable. So if you take customer account, the amount which is not recoverable also showing in the cash statement, but it is not updated. So, and if you say vendor account, which we need to pay, that is also updated in the cash statement, but we did not pay it. So it is showing as outstanding. So here already the planning levels are designed in SAP system. So to identify these planning levels, you can see BNK bank account, MMF material management account, SDF sales and distribution, or you can use PSK subledger accounting. But these three are very important. So now here see, as a default, here cash position is updated only to bank account, but not to material management account or sales and distribution account. Now what we need to do? So here under master data, you can find GL accounts and subledger accounts. So that means what I am saying is how to integrate the general ledgers to source symbols. That is the concept which we are going to discuss first. So here define account group. Already we had maintained some account group in our ledgers. Create field status group. Already this is also updated, but only the thing is define planning level. Which planning level? Under GL account, you need to integrate the planning level for bank account. So define planning level first. So you can go to new entries, create the level as you like. Let us say B1 source. Updates with positive and negative. That means incoming, and you can say incoming or outgoing, or you can say positive and negative, whatever it may be. Update with plus and minus sign from data entry. That means if you select, if you leave it blank, it is updating both incoming payment and outgoing payments. So let us leave blank. Source from where it is going to update. So it is updating from bank account. Description, bank account. Let us say BK, it's also there. I'll give you one thing, T1. Save it. Now I had maintained one level called T1, which is a dummy level, and it is integrated with the source symbol called BNK. Now I need to link this level to the appropriate bank account in the ledger. So then whenever the data is updated with that ledger, automatically it will carry forward to the bank account through source symbol. So like this, we need to define for subledger account also. So that means if you go to customer control, maintain customer account group, maintain field status, these are all not required, because once if you implement, no need to update all these things. But we require to update the planning level. Define planning levels, execute, go to new entries. Let us say T2. Don't enter source symbol because both are there. So enter the source symbol. This is, let us say, material management. Vendor. And also I required one more, that is called T3, which is called sales and distribution, customer, saving. So now we have designed three planning levels. One is T1, which is related to bank account, and T2, which is related to vendor account, and T3, which is related to customer account. Now what we need to do is, let us come to front-end application. Integrate these planning levels to the appropriate ledgers. Directly go to FS00. So come to expenses. Here purchase account is not there. We need to design it. Incomes, sales account is there. Asset, bank account is also not there. No, sorry, this is another company code. Under assets, I am taking bank account. Let us go to bank account first. Click on change. Click on create or bank interest. So here, one second. Here you can see, so the planning level. What planning level we need to enter? Enter the bank account related planning level which you have decided. That is T1. Check relevant to cash flow. Save it. Now it's saying this is not possible. Now let us come to expenses account. Purchase account is not there. We need to design it. First I am going to implement sales account. In sales account, again here also we need to update planning level. The planning level which we have designed for sales and distribution, that is T3. Again check relevant to cash flow. Oh sorry. Second it should only check as relevant to cash flow. SDF, one second, it is the issue. So if you are facing this issue, you do one thing. So we need to update this as, initially we need to update with SDF as a cash position, but you need to change it to avoid this issue. What is this? Now we don't have the purchase account, so I am creating one purchase account and I will assign it. User account 30003 expenses purchase account control data soft pin 001, create our bank interest G001, but it should be updated with T2. Save it. Now, once this planning levels has been integrated to the appropriate GL accounts, whenever you post the transaction, it should be updated with the appropriate symbolic accounts in backend application. So we need to uncheck this cash positions, save it. To avoid that error, we need to update it. This is not actually true. You should not select it. So now we had created some planning level, and also we had integrated with the source symbol, and again this planning level is integrated with the appropriate GL account. Now whenever the transaction takes place, automatically it will be carried forward to the cash position. But here we need to prepare the structuring. So unless there is no requirement of implementation. So what we need to do is, after integrating these things, close this all the things, define planning groups. This is optional, that is not mandatory. So if you want to update, you can update it. So in the planning groups, what you want to do is, if you want to combine all related accounts, such as let us say in vendor accounts we have domestic payments, foreign payments. So if you want to group both the things in one place, so you can group it with planning group. Otherwise, if you want to divide it with different groups also, you can divide it. So let us go to new entries. We will implement some planning level. This planning group is only applicable to vendor account and sales account, not for bank account. So let us say PG1 level. So the planning level which we had updated is T2. Company code. See here you can find one column. Let us say in T2, the same T2 we had implemented for sales returns. That means for sales returns also you can assign, and purchase returns. For purchase returns also, for that ledger also you can assign. For all related purchase transactions, you can assign the T2 as a planning level. That means we are grouping all these transactions as a vendor account. After that, so if you want to group this, if you want to deviate from the standard calculation of planning date from the customer and vendor group, the following transaction need to be takes place. Let us say if you enter plus in cash position performance control planning, cash discount due date, that means payment baseline date plus days from discounting. If you enter plus due date from net payment, and 00 to 99 different days for payment based deadline date. That means what we need to do is, let us say if I enter plus, so it is related to cash discount plus due date. Now enter description, vendor grouping, now just like we need to update with TG2 T3 plus customer account, all sales related items we can group it, save it. So this is all about planning level and also integration of planning level to the ledgers and also the grouping. Now based on this data, we need to update the structuring. In structuring, what we are going to discuss, just I will give the overview. Here there are two methods are there. One is automatic method and also manual method. So here what we are going to do is, the first application, the cash management account name. Generally we need to give some account name to the cash position, that means for the statement, and we need to distribute the data in different functionalities to understand that liquidity forecast and also payment determination date. And we need to maintain archive retention period. That means after some time, so after certain period, So when the documents is to be get deactivated, and then we need to update with manual planning by combining the distribution function, forecasting, archiving method. So we need to update the manual planning procedure. Once it is updated, we need to update with special GL transaction levels. So that means this is a complete a structurized procedure for your three types of ledgers. Once it is done, under business transaction, we need to update cash concentration. That means which clearing account is to be takes place to process the cash statement. So that means we need to create one clearing account and we need to integrate these three ledgers to the appropriate clearing account. So that clearing account is known as cash account. So that we need to update, and also we need to update with the forms, and we need to update with the payment request structure, and finally every data will be carried forward. That means every transaction is updating to the cash account which is updated in the clearing account. So these ledger we need to integrate with the liquidity forecast. Liquidity forecast is nothing but it's a report. Now let us come to the point. So we had updated the planning levels, and these planning levels are integrated with the ledgers, and again these ledgers are grouped together with planning groups, and now we need to update the master data. In master data is done, structuring. So define cash management account name. So here what we are going to do is enter the company code, run it, go to new entries, enter the cash management account. You can enter anything as per your remembering. So let us say CM GL account. What GL account we need to integrate? So you need to create one clearing account under the bank account. That clearing account should be integrated. Otherwise, if you have your own bank account, so you can assign that bank account also. So I'm taking the existing bank account as a clearing account. Now here cash management function, that means cash flow and house bank. So from where the data is going to forward. So this is very important function. Let me discuss. So here bank account, bank clearing account, using the planning level, that means using the planning level of bank account field in the master record, the system allocate the GL account to cash management, just what I had told you. So if you assign this planning level to the appropriate general ledger in bank account, the system what it is going to do is it is allocating the GL account to cash management, and the accounts are important for cash management and forecast. So these are usually done from bank account, bank clearing account, such as outgoing and outgoing transfer and cash accounts. That means if you are taking any transaction from bank account, you need to check this house bank and come to cash management application. In which circumstance we need to use it. An account can be selected for each company code. Payment request in cash management posted without house bank details are updated to this account. That means if the payment details are not updated from the house bank account, then we need to use this functionality. The house bank details are determined for this payment request in the payment program. By means of payment posting, the data is updated in the cash management on the basis of FI document, and the provisionally it is updated in the account of selected here with the reset. If necessary, you can create a cash management internal account in this view and use this update to the payment request. That means what I am saying is all the transactions we are going to interlink with bank account. If you are using the bank account as a clearing account, we need to enter the appropriate GL account, and also we need to check this house bank. If the house bank is not there, so what we need to do is if you are going to create your own clearing account, so then you need to update the clearing account and we need to check this cash management. So in this case, I am taking the bank account as a clearing account. That is the reason I had selected HP. Clearing account. Oh, already it is assigned. Already it is assigned. Okay, let me leave it. Later we will see. And come to groupings. Define groupings and maintain header. This is only to display purpose in the in the statement of cash management. So here, whatever the statement heading you want to define, you can update with this as per your own, or you can take the existing also. Let us say bank related items. I want to update with other group also. I want to update with vendor also. Save it. So this is for only to display in headings of the cash statement. Maintain structuring. So here, go to new entries first. Assign the grouping that what you had maintained. Let us say I had updated with bank account statement. Now, transaction. So here there is two things are there. Level 1 indicates that E and level 2 indicates that G. So if you are grouping all the bank account and bank clearing account for the planning group, we need to select G, not E. Selection. Here, whatever the transaction, that means whatever the general ledgers, it is related to the bank account, all the GL accounts are taken into consideration. If you maintain 10-digit length in GL account, that digit that we need to enter as plus plus. So like this 10 digits you need to enter. Or if you maintain only 4 digits, we need to maintain 4 plus into plus marks. That means in the plus marks it will take the GL accounts. So in our example, we will check how many digits we had maintained. We had maintained 3 plus 3, total 6 digits. So what I am going to do is here I am updating with 6 digits. 2, 3, 6. Now let me read this. What is this? Here you enter that level or the accounts or planning groups which are to be included in the display or excluded from this. The entries can be masked from right with plus to allow the generic entries. That means if it is important for the entry to match the level, account or a planning group in the length, this means the entry level must be 2 characters, that for account must be usually have 10 digits. In the case of planning group, the length depends on what you have entered in the customization. So that means what it is saying is, so whatever the length you had entered in GL account, that should be updated here. I did not update this company code, all these things. Just 1 second, I don't want to save it. Grouping. G. Selection. We have 6 digits. Company code. Chart of accounts. Do not exclude. So summarization of terms. Again we have 6 digits here. Save it. Now whatever the account it is there from the related to bank account, it will update to the planning. So like this, you can update for the remaining applications also. Now we need to understand what is distribution function and how the data will be updated with the distribution function. Based on that, we need to design the archiving period, and also we need to structure some of the functionalities. We will do one thing. So it is very clear to understand that up to master data, that means up to planning levels and integration of these planning levels to the appropriate GN accounts. So I will repeat this concept with structuring once again in a quick view, and then we will go for remaining applications, and we will close this cash and liquidity, because in the whole cash and liquidity, structuring is only functionality which takes time. In the liquidity forecast also it will not take time. So because that is a statement related items. So once it is done, so we'll go to the limit management which we had left, and also then we need to start with front end applications. Okay.